Welcome to a new but very short episode of Ausfahrt.tv in English. I'm here today to present you the facelift of the Mazda6 as the E-State in the E-State version. And the Mazda6 was introduced in Europe in 2002, and it was a successor of the Mazda6 or the Mazda6. We're talking about the third product generation now, which was introduced in 2012, and the facelift was introduced in 2014. At least in Germany, the Mazda6 comes with 3 petrol engine and 2 diesel engine. The petrol engine, the smallest one, has 145 horsepower, second one has 165 horsepower, and the biggest one has 192 horsepower. The diesel engine comes with 150 horsepower or 175 horsepower. Both diesel engines are available with all-wheel drive, while all cars are by factory settings available with front-wheel drive. The smallest petrol engine comes with a 6-speed manual transmission, while the biggest gasoline engine only comes with a 6-speed automatic transmission. For all other engines, you have the options between the 6-speed manual and the 6-speed automatic transmission. We have here the 2.2-liter diesel engine with 150 horsepower and a maximum torque of 380 Newton meters, which you have between 1,800 and 2,600 RPM. Our test car comes with front-wheel drive, and we have the manual 6-speed transmission. So acceleration from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 9.3 seconds. Top speed is reached at 210 kilometers per hour. Mazda says that you only need 4.2 liters diesel on 100 kilometers, and you have a tank that is good for 62 liters of diesel. So in best condition, you have a maximum reach of 1,470 kilometers. At least in Germany, we have 3 different lines for the Mazda6. It's the Prime line, Exclusive line, and the top option line is the Sports line. Our car comes with the Exclusive line. With a facelift, Mazda did not do too much to the whole body style. They say they sharpened the front just a little bit, so you don't see, or at least I don't see, too much differences. The grille is a little bit shaped in a different way, but starting with the Exclusive line, we now have full LED headlights, and if you have the Sports line, the highest option line, then it's even an adaptive LED lights, so you can drive with full beam all the time and upcoming traffic will not be blended. The Mazda6 is the second Mazda that comes with a new Kodo design language. The Mazda6 5 was the first one, and I kind of like it. It's supposed to symbolize the smooth movement of nature and wild animals. So if you see the shadow lines, one coming down here, second one coming down here, and the third one going up, it should symbolize like an animal ready to jump. Well, I don't see that, but I like the dynamic design, however. In Germany, the Exclusive line comes on 17-inch alloy wheels. The Sports line comes with 19-inch and dark alloy wheels. In Germany, we have 9 different colors you can pick from. This one is called Diamond Silver. So this dynamic design even shows on the back of the E-State version. At least that's my opinion. I think it looks pretty sporty with this little spoiler on the top and 2 exhaust pipes even for the smallest diesel engine. And we have LED technique in the rear lights as well. Well, at least for the rear lights, the turning signal and the rear driving lights are normal light bulbs. While Mazda didn't change too much from the outside, there are quite a few changes in the inside. Well, by the way, the door swings out pretty wide and I can easily get it. And please follow me and come with me inside so I can show you the interior. I really enjoy the new Mazda products because exterior and interior are really nice. So the whole look and feel of the interior, it's almost like premium. I wouldn't compare to our German premium manufacturers, but just looking at it, we have soft touch, and even this hard plastic stuff looks like it's soft. And in the doors I have, and even in the door panels we have textiles. When I touch it, it's warm and not as cold or hard plastic, and even this hard stuff looks nice. So the whole look and feel, all right, I like it, Mazda. They're doing a good job. Everything is just in place and easy to reach. And however, I like if the center is focused to the driver just a little bit at least, and here it's just straight to the back, but that's okay, I guess. You can adjust the belts in height, so you always have it at the right spot of your shoulder. And the belts are pretty long as well, so it's easy to buckle up. In the exclusive line, option line, we have no leather, but the seats are pretty comfortable. You can adjust them in height manually, and of course you have this little knobs and adjust it this way, and of course scoot very forward and very in the back. The steering wheel is coated with leather and you can adjust it manually. I would like it, I would rather prefer if it would come out a little bit more, but I had no problems finding a good sitting position. Looking in the mirrors, I see enough. They are big enough, even they are not too big or huge, and I really like the design with this little tip on the side. In the inner mirror, I see the whole rear window, which is not too big actually, and even the headrest of the back row stealing a little bit off the view in the back. However, you see enough. If I turn my head around to the left, no problems. To the right, well, the C-pillar is big, of course, and unfortunately with the exclusive line we don't get a rear camera. That is just available for the sports line here in Germany at least. So all in all, it's okay. Yeah, I can see everything just all right. Looking to the gauges, we have 3 round gauges. On the very left we have the RPM meter going up to 6,000 RPM, and the red area starts at 5,000 RPM. We have a speedometer going up to 260 kilometers per hour, while this car only drives 210, so well, it's okay. And on the very right we have the screen of the board computer. I thought they just put a black and white screen in there, but when you open the door or the back door, you see something red, so they even have color options in here. Everything is good to read, driving by day or by night, and that's pretty easy. We have the 7-inch infotainment display right here in the exclusive line, and I think you can read it easily. It's a touch display as well. Everything's just fine, and even with the sun going around the car, I had no problems with mirroring or anything else. So that's just fine. And since in the German version I always honk the horn once, I will do this in the English clips as well. So the horn is in the middle and it sounds like that. Quick walkthrough through the compartments. In the door panels we have enough space for 1 liter bottle and some other stuff. We have the anti-slip surface in this compartment as well as in this little one up here, which is as well the door handle. So depending if you open and close the door with this normal handle or you use this one, you can store some little stuff in here. Next on the left to the steering wheel we have a little secret compartment. yeah, which is pretty useless, but it's there. In front of the stick shift, we have another compartment coming with a 12-volt outlet and an anti-slip surface. By the way, you don't have a handbrake handle anymore. It's just an electronic parking brake by now. Under this thing, you have 2 cup holders, and even this 1-liter bottle fits in here on both places, so that's pretty neat. And you have this little things that prevents smaller bottles from shaking. 4 thingies for both things. Yeah, sing. Here we have the armrest, and it's kind of funny because if I put my arm on the armrest, I can't reach the stick shift anymore. However, you can open it. You have a quite spacey compartment here with an SD card reader for the GPS system, 2 USB plugs, an aux in, and a 12-volt outlet. And yeah, I'm loading my GoPro batteries here. We have a gloves compartment, of course. This is a manual if you want to read, and still there's enough space in here. So yeah, I call it a big gloves compartment, and you can disable the airbag off the passenger side, so in case you want to hook up your baby here, it's safe. We have sunshades, of course, with a illuminated makeup mirror, and this thing right here to put the tickets in. We have a compartment for shades or other glasses, and reading lights for the driver and the passenger, which is both together the entry light as well. And I guess that's pretty much from the front. Okay, we have 4 doors, so let's check out how much space is in the rear. And the door is small, of course, but it swings out pretty wide as well. And I can still get in very comfortable and close the door with ease. I am 5'11" tall, 180 centimeters. I put the driver's seat in my position. Actually, I scooted back even a little bit, and I can sit here in the rear all comfortable without problems. I have enough space for my legs as well as for my head, even to the side. I'm just sitting fine. The seats are not like really formed out. They're not giving me any side support, but they feel pretty comfortable at least. Looking at the compartments, I have 1 bottle holder. It's just that. There's not much space for anything else, just for this 1-liter bottle. In the door handle, I have this anti-slip surface, so I can store here some tiny things. I have these bags on the back of the front seats that are not very wide, at least for a newspaper or a magazine. I don't have any 12-volt or USB outlets here. All I have are this air outtakes, that's it. And I have an armrest in the middle with 2 cup holders, and once again this 1-liter bottle fits in here with ease. Thinking about kids, we have Isofix hooks here, so you can easily put a child seat in here. The locks of the belts, of the safety belts, are stable, so kids can buckle up easily by themselves. We have reading lights for the kids that are they even look pretty bright, but I don't like it that they are placed here in the center, so while I'm driving I have the light in the rear mirror. We have door handles on all 4 doors, and here even with a little hook for your jacket. I have powered windows with colored, the windows are colored, and they even have this safety protection so kids don't harm themselves while sticking out the hand and the window goes up. Just checking the length of the doorbells. Yeah, that's pretty much okay to buckle up a child seat or even a baby thing. Besides that, looks fine, and I could sit here for a longer period of time. Just checking, we have 5 seats here. Actually, there's supposed to be 5 seats. So here I'm sitting a little bit higher, and yeah, I'm not really sitting comfortable at all. No, not at all. Just checking if I could buckle up if I wanted to. In the middle. Ooh. Well, no, I'm actually sort of sitting on the lock of the door belt, so this is really no fun. It hardly works, but I don't think that I can sit here with 2 more grown-ups. So actually it's not more than just 2 seats in the back. All right, since we have the E-State version, let's have a look in the trunk. The only way to open is to push this button right here. No button inside, no button on the key, but the back door swings off really easily. It's a lightweight part. We have space for 522 liters in the trunk, so no problems putting all my equipment in here. This trolley, backpack, and our tripod case. And since this fits in here with ease, I know it's at least 1 meter wide. Let's look around the interior here in the trunk. I can lift the bottom of the trunk, have a little compartment, and here is the rescue set, warning triangle, warning vest, and the tire fit, as well as hooks for pulling the car. On both sides we have little compartments, here even with a little strip so I can hook up some stuff. I have a 12-volt outlet, good for 120 watt. I have 2 hooks that I can use to fix my shopping bags. They're good for 2 kilograms. And what I like is that the shield that prevents other people from looking in my trunk is really hooked up here, so I don't have to lift it again. And it's pretty easy to remove as well. I just pull it here and there, and that's it. Already out. And I have another thing that I can use to prevent my luggage from scooting to the rear passengers. So once I have both deinstalled, I have handles here. The back seat is separated in 2 parts, 60%, 40%, and on each door I have a handle to flip the back seats. By the way, I measured the whole thing, so you have to lift 63 centimeters. You're good to put them inside. Here, just like 2 centimeters, you have to let it go down. It's almost 1 meter deep and about, exactly 1 meter wide between the tires. Once I have flipped the back seats, I don't get a plain surface. However, I have space for 1,648 liters of luggage. And from the very end to the backrest of the rear seats, we have 175 centimeters. If I push forward the passenger seat to the very far, I have 30 centimeters more, so I have no problems putting in long stuff up to 2 meters of length in here. I got everything packed back in again. You can put up to 680 kilograms in the Mazda6, and if you want to, up to 100 kilo of it on the roof. You can install a hook that is good for a trailer up to 1.5 tons of weight if it has its own brake, otherwise just 730 kilos. Just a few words to my driving experience here with the Mazda 6 facelift. We have 150 diesel horsepower, and I think it's enough to keep this baby rolling. If you have it fully loaded, it weighs up to 2 tons, so I think it's enough horsepower to move this 2 tons. However, it is not a sporty car and does not feel sporty at all. It's a good mate for longer distance travel, I guess. It rolls easily down the highway, down the Autobahn. It drives up to 210 kilometers per hour. By the way, pretty silent as well. You have wind noises on the upper window field starting at 80 kilometers per hour, but they are not disturbing at all up to 140 kilometers per hour. Going faster than 140, I wouldn't say it's annoying, but you recognize it and you hear the noises really. Still, you can have a conversation without raising your voice. So acceleration takes more than 9 seconds to accelerate from 0 to 100. That gives you a little bit a feeling for how explosive the acceleration really is. Not at all. Still, I think it's, just as I said, it's a good car for long travels. We have the 6-speed manual transmission and I really like it. The shifting ways are pretty short and really precise, so if you want to, you can at least use the stick shift in a really sporty way. The steering is just, well, there's nothing much to say. It steers well, you know. It's a progressive steering, so in the city you need less effort and power to move the car in a parking space, for instance, while on the Autobahn or highway you stay in the track, you stay in the lane with ease. And all in all, it's very comfortable. The suspension, it's not like smooth and comfortable like the French cars, but it's not stiff at all either. So if you have really bad roads, you do feel them. But when you go on good road, it's a really comfortable ride. And even on bad roads, it is fine. I can't really give you numbers about the fuel consumption because I haven't driven so much and I have to take this video because I don't have time later on. And I think I will have at the end around 6 liters on 100 kilometers, which is pretty fine, I guess, for this big car. In Germany, at least, it depends on the option line which systems you get. So in the highest option line you have a blind spot warner, a lane keeping assist and an adaptive cruise control. In our option line, the exclusive line, we just have a blind spot warner, and I think it's such a waste because an adaptive cruise control, that's what I need nowadays with all this traffic on the streets. However, we just have it as a regular cruise control and we don't have a lane keeping assist in this car either. In Germany, the Bose sound system only comes with the sports line. So we just have the regular speakers in here and they are not too amazing at all. They're fine if you want to listen to the radio, but if you really care about music, I would suggest that you pick the Bose system, which was at least in the Mazda CX-5 just fine. So that's it. That's the review about the Mazda 6 Sykactiv-D 150. I'm quite surprised that you get such a fine car for a price for 34,340 euros here in Germany at least. Comparing this price to what you get from the premium manufacturers, this car is almost cheap. However, I really like it. It's a good long distance mate. takes you everywhere. It's a silent car, at least if you don't drive too fast. Starting at 140, we have wind noises, but all in all, it's just fine. The interior is fine. I like the exterior. In Germany, I would rather take the sports line because then you have all the options. You get a rear camera, you get this little head-up display that Mazda is offering, and the adaptive light as well. So I would really prefer the higher option line, but all in all, this car really makes sense to me. I hope you liked this review. So if you did, please give me a thumbs up. That motivates me. If you have any questions, put them down below in the comment section. And if you haven't done so, please subscribe. And if you want to do me a favor, just share this on the social networks like Facebook, Twitter, or Google+. That's it. See you next time. Bye-bye.